Welcome everyone to the fanciest cream tea you'll find here in the center of London, and one of the most famous shops called Sketch, which is world renowned. People know it all around. It's always taken on the Instagrams. They have amazing decorations, bathrooms, high tea, cream tea, restaurants, bars. It's a mega place inside. And right now we're at the parlor section, where you can grab just your simple tea, scones, and some finger sandwiches. A little bit more bare bones, so you don't need to commit to a huge meal. So welcome everyone to Sketch. Sketch is a very famous location in this beautiful neighborhood of Mayfair, if I'm correct. And I'm so excited to have a very good cream tea. Of course, you have cream tea of any price range, but this place is just gorgeous. And the rest of the place is amazing. I have a full vlog on it, so you can search Sketch Urbanist, which I made 4 years ago, and I show the other rooms. But here I want to show you cream tea with some finger sandwiches and some scones with clotted cream. So let's try it out. My oolong tea is already ready. I waited about 2 minutes, so let's try it out. So let's see some fancy oolong tea, single batch. It's a $8 cup of tea. Very expensive. I think you can serve it, serve it like here. There we go. I love oolong. Oolong is my favorite type of tea. I'm gonna make a small serving first. One of my favorite types of tea, orange and batch, so very fancy cup of tea. And let's try the finger sandwiches first. So we have 4 different finger sandwiches. We have the coronation chicken, we have a cucumber. This one I don't know, and this one is a truffled cream one with a brioche. And the clotted cream here, and jams, which I'm excited to slather as much jam as possible. Okay, so let's try this out. It's a gorgeous place. I am obsessed with this place. Now I really want to come back and actually do a full... Sorry, I gotta find a way to prop up my camera because I'm handheld today. So cream tea, very popular. Well, I'm calling it cream tea because I'm having the basic version. This is like light afternoon tea. Afternoon tea, I would have a huge stack of things, a huge pot of tea. I would have also cakes and cookies. This one's kind of more bare bones. So let's try this out. So here's a salmon one. The other one's coronation chicken. So salmon, coronation chicken, a cucumber, and the other one's truffle. Let's try this out. Wow. Oh. That's so delectable. So, wow. Very creamy sandwich. The bread, no crust. So, very typical for an afternoon tea. Can't have that crust on an afternoon tea. And bear with me for a few seconds. Okay, so you can't have afternoon tea with crust on your sandwich. That would be absurd, ladies and gentlemen, absurd. So, very good salmon that they put on top of here. Feels very fancy. Oh. Now for the oolong. But first actually, let me finish this and I'll wash. So it smells really good. has a kind of woody smell to it. So a little bit woody. It smells a little bit like grass as well. Wow. Oh, that's so good. Oolong is just the best thing ever. If you ever had a Thai iced tea, because oolong is not so common in America, I don't think it's as common here in England either, kind of. I think oolong is something in Thailand and Taiwan, I think is more common. But the way that people usually have it is by drinking a Thai iced tea. It's a very orange iced drink. They use oolong that's powderized and concentrated. So every time I have oolong, it reminds me of a nice Thai iced tea. It's a Thai iced tea without the condensed milk. Is there any milk in here? I'm not having milk. No. I never have milk with this. Let me show you around. So here's the bar area. Look at the seats. And let me show you the bathrooms. And the main room for afternoon. This is where people have their afternoon tea. And there's like live music there. So that if you want to have a full afternoon tea, that's the place. It's within the same restaurant. They just have different sections in this restaurant. They even have one that's like clean like Alice in Wonderland. Look at that. And then the bathrooms, which the only place really I would film in the bathroom is here. I'm in the egg, which is so weird. There we go. Yeah. So let's try the other ones. Let's try a bite of each, and then I'm gonna go directly to the scones. Coronation chicken right over here. Let's try it out. Wow. Great chicken. Has a little bit of curry in it. So there's that Indian influence. Queen Victoria was one of the queens who kind of popularized parts of the afternoon tea. She had a very good relationship with India. One of her closest confidants towards the end of her life was a man from India. And This is very interesting. Very cool kind of Indian influence into a classic British sandwich. Really, really good. And then here we have more kind of the basic cucumber sandwich. This one has never been my favorite. It's more kind of plain, white bread, and just cucumber with a little bit of mayonnaise. Never been my favorite. Never been my favorite. But this was a real well done cucumber sandwich, I think. And then let's try this one I'm looking forward to. The truffled creamed brioche. Out and About says your hands would be good for a hand model. Do you get regular manicures? No, I do not. But thank you so much for the compliment. That was out. Interesting. It's a cream. The truffle taste is subtle, so they're not using a bunch of truffle. I like the brioche. The brioche is super well made, very fluffy. Nice shell on the outside with that egg wash. So you got that little bit kind of harder exterior with a very soft, fluffy interior, and very good cream inside. Yeah, very good brioche bun. I can barely taste the truffle though, so they'll barely have truffle there, but the actual cream itself, really good. But the most important thing is the scones, and I have two types of scones. Let's try them out. And someone said that coronation chicken was made for Queen Elizabeth II's coronation. Thank you. But I'm sure that Queen Victoria had some say in the popularization of curry here. I'm speculating, but I would think that's the case. So we got a scone with some raisins, and we got a plain scone. And I'm gonna show you the scone with the raisins. And we're gonna put clotted cream and jam on it. Let's do it. Are the scones warm? They are, yeah, they're warm. Yeah, warm to the touch. Yeah, both of them. Carbs galore, says April, yeah. I mean, if you're coming to England, get ready for carbs. Wow, I put my knife in the slice perfectly. Somehow these scones were made perfectly for slicing. I thought this is pronounced scone, says Lawrence. In England, it's pronounced scone. Also, I assume in Scotland, maybe I'll find out. In Ireland, it's pronounced scone. In America, it's pronounced scone. In England, it's pronounced scone. So look at that, sliced perfectly. So, in order not to anger my viewers who are from Devon and my viewers who are from Cornwall, I'm going to do one way that's Cornwall and the other way Devon. So let me know which one's which. I always forget which one's which. But here's cream first. Clotted cream is a cream that's clotted and slow cooked for nearly 12 hours or more. So you end up getting this very thick, buttery texture, but it's also cream at the same time. So look at that. Wow. And actually, I can put a lot more. I got a lot of clotted cream here, so I can go buck wild with cream. And now we're gonna use some strawberry and poppy flower jam. Look at that. Wow. That is an amazing scone. The clotted cream is super soft. Not crazy sweet like you would have sometimes in American creams. In America, sometimes a scone is usually served with whipped cream, not clotted cream. It's gotta be clotted cream. I like usually putting the clotted cream first because to me it lacks more like a butter on the bun. But we're gonna try the other way now. Should be crispy on the outside, says Nick, and soft on the inside. It is, yeah. So very crispy exterior, very, very crispy exterior. More crispy than your American scone. American scone is more triangular and very dry. The American scone is more to fill you up, and you combine it directly with coffee, usually. The British scone is much smaller, usually, at least, especially for afternoon tea. It definitely has a cake-like interior, almost like if it were a shortbread cookie. That's how it tastes like. Well, let's do it the other way. So this time we're gonna try fig jam. I'm gonna try this out first alone. So let's try this out alone. This is not my favorite. Fig jam always reminds me of something you put on a hamburger when you put it with grilled onions and blue cheese. In America, we tend to do that a lot. And then sometimes we make bacon fig jam. Not my favorite. I prefer the strawberry. So we're gonna slather first a lot of strawberry on here and see how it is. So strawberry first, jam first. That tastes so different. Same scone, same clotted cream, same jam, but it tastes different, putting in the different order. I think the Cornish and the Devons are onto something. With the jam first, the jam speaks louder if you put the jam first. That's so interesting. Let me know if you've had that experience before. That's so interesting. I did not expect that at all. great combination. Jam first is interesting because you get more flavor of the jam. Have you been to Greenwich yet, says Leo. I have visited Greenwich, yeah. And you need a little Marmite, says George. And Susie says you're looking quite like the English gentleman. Indeed. Well, in Scotland they use the turtlenecks. I can't wait to get a Shetland pullover in Scotland. In Ireland, we put Kerrygold butter first, then jam, then cream, says Sinead. I did try the Irish type of scone, and yeah, Irish cream tea is amazing with the additive butter. Here you won't really find butter on your cream tea. The scone is already made with butter. Jam first is always the way to go, says Absolute. I don't know, like putting the jam first, you get more of the jam flavor. So if you're a fan of jam, maybe put the jam first. And Cornwall is different to Devon. Yes, it is, Rosalind. George says you need a little Marmite. We're not in Australia. No Marmite here. Though there are Australian shops here. Should always be strawberry jam and the cream goes first, says Very. Yeah, we have quite a debate. Time for a jam session, says Inspire Life. Sure, it would be superb with honey. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can have your tea any way you want to. I don't know, people here are so shocked that I'm having tea without milk or honey. I love it. No need for all that fussiness of milk. And there's no place like Scone, says Inspire Life. That is a great pun. And Marmite is British, Vegemite is Australian. Yes, it is. And butter is in my coffee. My tea is tea only. Susan has butter in your coffee. Yep. And butter coating your top palate with the jam burst on your tongue, maybe, says Ambiance. Yeah, well, I don't have butter here. That's more of an Irish thing. Just clotted cream and jam. And in the UK, accents changes very a lot, sometimes within a few miles. Yeah. You hear a lot more variety of accents here in London in English than you do in New York. I thought I heard Ariel dropping the F-bomb, says George. No F-bombs here. Hold out your pinky when you sip on your tea, says April. Pretty good. Loving your London adventures. But you pick up your teacup by the handle. I don't. I usually don't. I like a better grip. I usually pick it up like this, like for a coffee mug. Becky says very English. It is very English, yeah. And here I assume you can get refill hot water. It's no big deal. The place is a bit expensive. £11 for the scones. So that's $15 for 2 scones. Oh. And then the sandwiches are £13. About $18. And then the tea was £8, which is about like $11. Oh wow, $10. Oh my, very expensive. That's the thing with London in the center. But this is a place you go for the aesthetics and the Instagrams, and maybe to propose to someone. If you're proposing to someone, then come over here. Otherwise, of course, there's a lot of other great places for cream tea. We could go to the many bakeries all around. You can go to, for example, Gale's. If you want quick, casual cream tea, go to Gale's. Really good. Kay says that you say £11 for 2 scones. I did indeed. Yeah. Darren says it's a ripoff. I wouldn't say it's a ripoff. You're paying for the ambiance. When are we going to see fish and chips? Says George. You will see fish and chips. I will show in the live stream, yeah. George. Not sure when, but you'll see in the live stream. And Mighty Bull says, greetings. Thank you so much, Mighty Bull. Thank you so much for tuning in. And someone said, I look right out at home in London. Yeah. Hey, Ariel, you put on some weight since being in the UK, says Guy Tweety. I don't think so. It's just the camera angle. I don't know. But that's okay if you gain weight while traveling, ladies and gentlemen. When you're traveling, travel to enjoy the food. Trust me, if you focus on the enjoyment and not stuffing yourself, of course, and you're walking around enjoying traveling, sure, you might gain a few pounds because of the change of diet. Maybe you're not used to too much carbs, like here in England, this is the case. Or like in Ireland, it was all about butter, or Italy is all about pasta. That change of diet might be shocking to your system in the way that you might gain pounds. But don't worry, you might end up walking around, and by the time you come back, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. It'll go right off. Yogi says, you had fun in England? I am having fun in England. Yes, I am. Definitely having fun in England. And Joanne says, so cheeky. And Guy Tweety, thank you so much for tuning in. So this is Sketch. It's a great restaurant. There's one more actual thing I need to show you. Armchair Guru says, you mentioned proposal twice today. Is that London? It's like, London could be a bit romantic, you know. London is a good trip if you're coming to propose. I hear some music. You red face with the light red, says the yogi. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Especially when I'm live streaming out in public. It's sometimes in quiet places, I get a little bit flushed. So yeah, let me show you what this is. So the seats. Look at that. Seats have little feet. And there's the bar. And they have all the cakes there, which is amazing. All the different cakes. Ella, thank you so much for the super chat. It's ballet slippers, yeah, very adorable. The seats have feet. Everyone, this has been a cream tea experience. If you're enjoying these videos and want to lend your support to showing you cool little experiences like this, and then also history around the cities, food, culture, architecture, then feel free to become a patron. Patreon.com/urbanist. Press that enjoy button on YouTube or that become a supporter button on Facebook. Darlene says, did you enjoy your dinner last night? I did indeed. End up hanging out with a friend, and we had an amazing dinner of game meat. We had venison, which was very interesting. I love a good venison steak. And yes, Romance Kid. And thanks for our live, love to be a Patreon member. That's all awesome. And UK postcards, yes, coming soon for the mega urbanists out there. Everyone, this is Sketch in England, right here. Highly recommend. Come to a parlor if you're coming here casually, especially if you're solo. Easy place to grab a solo cream tea. If you are with a friend, significant other, then go to the official afternoon tea. It might be pricey, but probably be the best afternoon tea you'll have. Live music, very beautiful ambiance as I showed in the video, and also very good quality food. And then there's other things around here. So everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on eating cream tea. Have a great day, everyone. Cheerio.